Trap Files. We had Big Head Reese, aka Reese the Teacher. We back with another one. Trying to stay more consistent today. I'm talking about Anton Daniels. If you've been under a rock, this the man that's been arguing with Corey Holcomb on the internet the past week. Everybody made a lot of videos, so I figured let me get in my opinion. Shout out to Oshay Duke Jackson for the video. I'm gonna watch it, you know what I mean? Give y'all my comment. I'm gonna pause it every now and then, put my little 2 cents into it. But he is married, so it was kind of interesting to me to see his cheek clapping was going on. So let me just hit the play button and let's watch the video.
Y'all think that ain't nothing going on with them? I don't know where you been. It's definitely something going on, okay?
It's almost been a week and the Anton Daniels saga is still being talked about. Not necessarily the beef between Corey Holcomb and Anton Daniels. I think enough people may have weighed in on that. But this situation in particular got everybody talking.
Remember I told you that. If you got a with you, explain the don't answer to be on my show.
He put him right on blast. So Corey Holcomb, he was on his show. He came right at him. At the end of the show, they about to get into it. He said, "Oh, who this chick that you with?" And basically, it ain't his wife. So I'm looking at it like maybe it was his road manager, no big deal. You know what I'm saying? Maybe that's why he ain't went on the show. It might be more to it.
Can she be on the show? I don't know that bitch. Now get your whole the fuck on and pay for your like you got to. Take ass and go get you a bodyguard because could be the slap out your ass.
Dang.
So this is the part where Anton Daniels has decided to leave the podcast and he's walking out. And Corey Holcomb is insinuating that he is there with another woman, a woman who is not his wife, a woman that Anton Daniels wanted to be on the podcast. And when I first heard this, when you guys were sending me this clip, I didn't know who it was, but allegedly it's a lady by the name of Mika. She is also known as Pop Culture Mika on Instagram. And from what
Mika, bang. Shout out to Mika. If he ain't popping her, I mean, Mika, nice Mika.
I can gather, she is a Puerto Rican or Afro-Latina who is, absolutely really beautiful. And she has a podcast called The Red Cup. And she is, kind of under the same umbrella of a black conservative, kind of making America great again. But at the same time, she seems like she's kind of in the media. She, takes pictures with a lot of famous people. She's done, interviews. Seems like she's been like a rapper before, a podcaster before. So she's a person that's kind of like trying to break into the industry from what I can see. And she's now trying to break in the industry somehow underneath the guidance or mentorship of Anton Daniels. But this lady is very attractive. And so the question is there more going on?
Yeah, there's more going on, definitely. It gotta be. All right? I mean, Antoine, y'all know you're a married man, but gotta be. You ain't making that much money for her to just be hanging around. You chilling.
To be honest, I didn't know about this. Like I said, I've talked to Anton before. I've talked to his wife. I do not know what kind of relationship that Anton Daniels has, what he's allowed to do or to not do. I've never talked to him about those things before privately. We've always talked about, just basically content creation and things like that. We've never gotten too personal on the phone about our personal lives. But other people are really digging into this. And there is another YouTuber out there by the name of LaKeisha Keisha. And she put out this video called Anton Daniels Exposed Sleeping with Mika. He is married. His wife is afraid of him.
Woo!
She's saying his wife's scared of him. How she scared of him, though? If she stopped fucking with him, don't she get all the money? I don't know, man. It's kind of weird to me. I want to hear about this.
And then she starts to explain her case.
If you type in Anton Daniels and Mika, this is what comes up. If you guys look at this picture right here, where's his hand at? Can y'all see that? Let me go back to my screen. Okay, let me reshare it again. If you guys look at this one picture that I'm showing you right here, this was one of the pictures they sent me. Look at where his hand is,
Where's
right
that?
above her butt. This is inappropriate.
Is it
Like
inappropriate?
this is inappropriate. It is inappropriate for two reasons actually.
So she even says if you go on a Google and you type in Mika Micca and Anton Daniels, Google search will bring up these particular photos of Anton and Mika. And of course, on a bird's eye view, the pictures don't look as bad. But when you really look at them, for example, this picture here, it is.
Gotta get YouTube.
At Viberg, we're experts in small business insurance.
Inappropriate. Now, I did blow this picture up to give AI a better image, but this is actual picture. This doesn't look like a picture you would take with a man that is not your boyfriend or somebody you're sleeping with. This is a very romantic style photo. This is not a photo a man that's married typically would take. And she's looking happy. She got both her arms.
He definitely flexing with her in that picture. Like, that's something you supposed to have your wife like that in the picture, not no chick that's working with you. He flexing. He like, yeah, I'm flexing on you. He like, and I'm married. Look at his face. And I'm married. That's what his face like, and I'm married.
Arms, on his shoulder. He got his arms around her waist. And yeah, she's an attractive looking lady, right? Now, I did do some research on the Instagram to see, like, if this picture is still up. It is not up on her Instagram. She did remove this picture, maybe because people thought it was inappropriate. And again, this is not to say that something is going on with them. But then there is this picture of them together at a Lakers game. And, she's excited to be there. And again,
yeah, I see a lot of pictures of him. I don't even know what his wife look like, man. Granted, your wife's supposed to be put up, but my man ain't my man. Like, she put up like that for that. If he letting if my wife bleed me, this is what I'm with.
Anton's wife is not in the photo. But then she would continue.
I was told that this woman is married, and we know he is married. Okay. Him putting his hand above her waist is so very inappropriate. Okay. If y'all think that
They both married, that's deep right there. That's deep right there. They both married. They must make a lot of money off YouTube. You see me sitting here making my video. They both married. They partners like, yeah, y'all go ahead and do that. Because they ain't gonna get on the internet, make one video complaining.
ain't nothing going on with them, I don't know where you've been. It's definitely something going on. Okay.
So she says something is definitely going on because, number one, he is married and so is she. Woo! Now, I have no idea.
He killed me with the woos. That's his shit. The woos. That's his shit.
If the woman is married or not, if the woman is separated, if Anton is separated, I don't know. Okay. I have no real idea about this, but she would go on to make more points.
I'm not a jealous girlfriend, so if I'm in a relationship, I'm not jealous. But let me just make sure you understand. You ain't taking nobody out to no damn games,
Yes.
bro. It's
Like,
just not happening. Like,
hard.
why is your wife not there? Like, am I wrong? Like, that's not happening. I mean, and it is not to say that, you have to be a jealous person to say that, you don't want your significant other to go to a game with somebody else. I don't. You ain't. It just ain't happening. So this is him with her, okay? And here's the deal. The girl cute. I mean, it ain't like, she ugly or nothing. That's another reason why you ain't going, okay? It's not happening. It is not a debate. So if you in a relationship, your man letting you go on these, excursions with a whole nother dude, that is not happening. This has nothing to do with jealousy. It has strictly to do with I don't play those type of games.
Now she's saying, look, Mika's an attractive lady. What woman or man allows their, wife to go out with somebody that's attractive as her? Like, would he allow his wife to do the same thing? I'm not sure. Okay.
Them YouTube, they gotta put them YouTube checks up. Because if them YouTube checks right, I understand. If them YouTube checks crazy, this is what they gotta do to be in the algorithm. Y'all tripping.
But this was the commentary that she gave. Now, I went back over to listen to what Anton Daniels said about Corey Holcomb, basically saying that he's with his side chick. All right. Now, Anton said, listen, if I'm with my side chick, why would I put her on the podcast, right? He didn't mention that. But then again, he started mentioning other things.
TFE Lopez versus Shakur Stevenson. Ring 6, January 31st. Watch only on DAZN.
Order Little Caesars new Detroit-style slices and sticks for only $4.99.
That kind of didn't match up with that argument.
You don't mention what nobody else got going on with their family.
Look at it. Look. Don't talk
Under
about
no
it.
circumstances do you, if I beef with anybody, if I have a disagreement with somebody, I never, ever, under no circumstances, say some shit about that.
Well, that's you, nigga.
Don't
That
even,
ain't
I
like-
could see it with my own eyes, man. I don't know what the they got going on over there.
That's because you married and you walking around like you high mighty, so people gonna say something like that's the thing. And you do say something about people every day that's going through stuff on your podcast when you're talking about black people.
That ain't my business. It ain't my business. I don't know nothing about what you got going on in your life.
So now he's saying you don't mention what somebody else has going on. You know, like you don't put that information out there. Okay? This is what he's saying. All right? Then he says this.
And yes, I did have Mika with me, and she was looking gorgeous.
Mika looks good.
Damn.
Nigga tripping.
That's, again, like I said, he's a married man. I saw a post he put up and took down about Anton Daniels. He called Mika his baby. I did see that post. I didn't screenshot it. I didn't see a need to do it. But then he
Hook him
also
up.
talks about this.
Nigga,
Hey.
hook him up.
Anybody that's friends with Corey, anybody that hang around that, hey man, don't do nothing. Don't say nothing out of pocket. Is a snitch.
Look, man,
He's a whole hoe. He a hoe. He a snitch in every facet of the word. Is a snitch. He a hoe.
How you a snitch if you married, bro? He ain't no snitch if you married. These niggas tripping.
And that will backdoor you.
He says anybody is a friends with Corey, he is a snitch. Don't trust him. Okay, so why would a person say that? You would only say that if you're doing something that you shouldn't be doing. And instead of saying, well, I shouldn't be involved in that behavior.
I don't know. His wife might have not knew that she was there with him. He probably told her about somebody else, but then he did ask her to be on the show, so she probably did know. So again, what is he snitching about?
That person is a snitch. Don't deal with him. Because that person will tell on whatever you're doing. All right? But then when you're talking about snitching, you come back and you say this.
5 hoes over there. Why I care about what is saying? I always got a bad chick with me. 100% of the time. I don't go out of town unless I got a bad chick with me.
OG flexing.
And he don't know that. He don't know that I do what the I want to do when I want to do it.
Don't matter.
And so the thought he had one up.
Boy, you don't sit your stupid ass down. Who the you think you is?
He says, I got 5 hoes over there, and I'm always out with a bad chick. He don't know what I got on. I can do whatever I want. So he thought he had one up. Woo! So I gotta talk about this because this is the problem that I would have. Number one, Anton Daniels, he could have whatever situation going on. He said he got 5 hoes over there. He talks about the fact that Corey Holcomb don't know what he got going on. And so if anybody is snitch,
He the type of dude that the same nigga that talk about who bring down the black community. He the face of it. Money, wife, kids, but still out here living and doing crazy stuff.
right now, I mean, obviously, it's you. I mean, you telling everybody else that, you know, you can do whatever you want. So that means you can have whatever kind of woman you want and your wife is okay with it. And that's fine. So if you want to live that lifestyle, it's okay. Here's the problem that Anton's going to face.
You know, what we do in our community, and we don't have any real heroes for the culture, right? And I'm not saying that because my hero is Jesus, right? So I look at it from a completely different lens, regardless of where I am in my journey.
This hero Jesus, but he talking guard hoes, and I got guard hoses with me everywhere. Like, come on, man. What is it? Dang Diddy, Dang Daddy, or Dang Dummy? Which one is it?
The person that I pedestalize, and the word is the word. It doesn't change. It has never changed. So I have a blueprint for what I think success should look like.
The data. There's too much of it.
That's okay. SaaSVia builds models and makes decisions, so you don't have to freak out.
Antoine Daniels tripping. He probably got a nice wife at home. She probably treating very, very well, very swell, and he want to be out here acting like that ain't enough. Why men act like that ain't enough? That's plenty enough. Plenty enough.
Anton, as a black conservative, is saying he loves the Lord. He loves God. He loves Jesus. Jesus is his motto. All right, so we want to put that to the test. Is Jesus the motto of Anton Daniels? Well, then firstly, we got to look into C, because since he can do whatever the hell he feels like doing, we got to look at what the Bible clearly says about adultery and fornication. Okay? Now, for those of you who don't know the difference between adultery and fornication, basically fornication is sexual activity between people who are not married to each other. Okay? Sexual sin between unmarried people. Adultery, sexual sin involving a married person. So if Anton Daniels is living whatever lifestyle he wants, he's admitting it. What you're saying is, I'm a person knowingly committing, number one, adultery as a married person. It's sexual sin. Then you're also fornicating. And then it's likely to believe that if you're dealing with women who are not married, it is sexual sin between unmarried people. So you're a person that's an adulterer, and then you're also fornicating with a person that's unmarried. Meaning that
he called him an adulterer.
You're killing two birds with one stone. So then what does the Bible say about a person like Anton, who knowingly says he loves God? Adultery. Exodus 20:14. You shall not commit adultery. It is actually one of the 10 commandments. Leviticus 20:10. If a man commits adultery with another man's wife, both the adulterer and the adulteress shall be surely put to death. I mean, you follow Jesus, so then you would also follow the Old Testament, okay? Proverbs 6:32.
People pick and choose nowadays when they want to follow Jesus, man. When it's convenient, oh, yeah. And when it ain't, I do what I want. And that's the whole Republican Democrats. That's the whole right, left. That's the whole right, wrong situation, man. It's crazy. Just gotta be aware. God notices it.
He who commits adultery lacks sense. He who does it destroys himself. This is Proverbs 6:32. Matthew 5:27-28. You have heard that it was said, you shall not commit adultery. This is what Jesus is saying.
Oshay went and looked up all the verses. I like content creators like him that really do the work. Like he really do the work.
A person says he follows. But I say to you that everyone who looks at a woman with lustful intent has already committed adultery with her in his heart. So when you call this lady that she's looking good, she's looking beautiful, and you're a married man, even if you are not sleeping with her, you are committing adultery. There are many other scriptures that I could talk about, but clearly that would be an overkill. And I really don't want to do that, but I want her.
She's nice now. She don't look like she's going to be that nice in like 10 years. She look like she's going to be a little different, but that's how I go. No shade intended.
Talk about the fact that Anton Daniels, he is putting out to the world that he's a black conservative. He's a Christian. He loves Jesus. And it's interesting because this is also the same persona.
He's just like Charleston White, just more polished. That's all, just more polished. But yeah, he's the same way. He just run a game. Think everybody else playing. It's the same thing, man. How you think he blew up when he got with Bull?
That pop culture Mika is trying to do, which to me, it looks like it's a grift, okay? She's having all these black Republicans and black conservatives that are doing whatever they want to do. She's at the Black Conservative Federation Legacy of Freedom Ball. So these people are putting themselves out there as if they don't do the same things that Democrats are doing, and they're doing all of the same thing. I mean, they're just as hood. I mean, they're just as ghetto. They are basically dealing in the same debauchery,
Yeah.
and they're just grifting the right. So basically you're grifting the white conservative movement or the black conservative economy, but you're still living like Pookies and Ray Rays from the black community, and then you think that can't nobody see this shit when we all see it. And that's the whole point that I have a problem with somebody like Anton. The thing is this, if this is how you're living,
cool.
Okay, yeah, you're being honest about it to a certain degree. But then to the majority of your non-black audience who may or may not know that,
well, they gotta sell you a little dishonesty. Everything is an illusion.
The thing is, you're acting.
That's what people gotta understand. Everything is an illusion. They gotta sell you. When people selling you something, they gotta sell you a little bit dishonesty. And the thing is, nowadays we just get to see it right in front of us more and more and more by just scrolling. And the sellers is forgetting that the buyers, because the market is saturated with everybody selling, the sellers is forgetting that the buyers are seeing it. So we're gonna buy, but we're not gonna buy into it. Like, that's the difference. That's what I'm saying.
Acting as if you are Christian and you're striving to be better, but you're continuing to do a whole bunch of other stuff. You're going city to city, showing up with bad chicks and all of that, but then you're talking about Corey Holcomb is fake for telling on you, and you're talking about these other guys are fake, he's a snitch, and real N-words don't do that. I thought real N-words don't behave in the same stuff that you're doing.
Yeah.
Woo! That's what I thought. Like, again, you criticize and say there are no leaders in the black community. You come and say there are no heroes. Anton Daniels got the opportunity to be a hero, but he's also falling short.
Yeah.
Like the same people that you criticize, because if you give a guy
like the penguin, he look like the black penguin in the zone. Penguin.
Enough clout, you give a guy enough opportunity to be famous.
Antoine Penguin, that's what I'm gonna call him. Antoine Penguin Daniels.
And have, some choices that he gotta make, then all of a sudden, he's not standing, 10 toes down with what he's preaching out here. And so now people can see it. Now Corey Holcomb is the problem. You wouldn't have to worry about it being a problem if you lived in the way that you do. Let me give you an example. There's a brother that came to see me about 2 years ago. Go Black to Africa. Okay. I want to give him a shout out. He's a married man, and he's also put that out there on his channel. And Uganda got some very, very, very beautiful ladies. Okay. And when I was out here and he was out here, listen, it's a lot of beautiful ladies out in Africa. This man was just like the way he present himself online. This guy is just like that. You know what I'm saying? He's committed to his wife. He wasn't asking where a club at. He wasn't asking he stayed right there in that apartment. He was doing his work by himself. He was calling his wife every night, because what he lives and what he preaches on here is important. And it's okay to live a lifestyle that you want to put out there for the world, but you can't mix Jesus in it. Okay? You cannot mix the word of God in that. You're talking about the word of God is the word. Well, then what will God say about how you're living your life currently? What would the Lord say about that, since you love the Lord and you know that God would not approve of the things you're talking about? So why do you even mention that? Why do you even represent him in that way and representing the faith as a married man? And you build your whole persona on this. You build your whole talking points on this. You build.
That's exactly what I was saying. People want to build on the illusion, on a lie. And then by the time we all see it, they already up. That's how America works.
As a part of your credibility, but you're moving around like an athlete would. You're moving around like you don't respect what you have built your whole reputation on, and then all of a sudden it's somebody else's fault when they catch you up in that. And again, it's something that you just can't really respect. I'm just being honest. It's like, not that I have
some people, when they get that money, they don't respect much of nothing else. And you see it with a lot of people, especially that new money, that new money. Yeah, man, that's how they are, man. It's just how it works. It's crazy.
Particular issue, but it's not matching up to the people he criticizing. The reality is this: he's no different than who he's talking about.
Yeah.
Anton Daniels is in the same class of the same people that you talk about every day. The only difference is his work ethic and his concentration is more astute. That's all it is.
Yeah.
The same Pookie behaviors is the same shit. He not no different or no more different than the people we talk about every day. The only thing that's more different with him is he's more business savvy. He's more of a harder worker. Everything else is the same. You give a Negro some money, they gonna stunt, they gonna flash, they gonna be having all these bad chicks when they get new money. He doing the same thing. The only difference is he's coupling Jesus with it as if somebody don't see that he's clearly living a lie. And I don't care what you say. If you coming out here and saying your situation is like that your wife accepted, they ain't the problem. The problem is God don't accept it. If your wife accepts whatever you are doing, the word of God don't accept it. That's the problem. And then you know the word of God don't accept it because your wife accepting is one thing, but Jesus Christ could never accept that. The word of God could never accept it. That behavior, according to you, is punishable by death in the word of God. And again, I understand being a content creator. I understand, having to.
Look how they looking at each other. Like, it was popping before this. Yo.
Again, I understand being a content creator. I understand, having it your way. I get it, but don't ain't here talking about you striving to be a Christian when we know that you're not striving to be no damn Christian. Woo! So guys, what do you think it's your boy Oshay Duke Jackson?
Man, this was a good one. Shout out to Oshay Duke, Shout out to Anton. Shout out to Corey, for pointing it out. Just a black man pointing it out. That's what happened when you start beefing with dudes. Stuff come out that you don't want to come out. Mess your whole stuff up. So we going to see, man. I hope this be a cool 2026 for him. But like I said, man, that was just my quick response, my quick reaction to this Anton Daniels thing. He married, got a wife, but his road chick, she always with him. He coming off, he really flexing with her in the picture. And look like something going on. Hopefully nothing not. But, get in the comments, make sure you subscribe, tell me what you think. Big Head Reese to teach. Trap Files, I'm out.